this video is going to be about that frame right there. If you want to get one of those frames, you got to literally put in the waiting list. That's what I did. And then about, I don't know, 2 weeks later, it showed up. It did not look like this. It shows just like I showed you on the computer. It's black. This is my second one that I do a MotoTec 105 build. The first one was completely running, and it had that little tiny engine over there, a little 3 horsepower deal that I modified slightly. It was 105 cc's, but yeah, forget it. 212 swapped it. So this one, I figured, well, if I'm going to do all these mods and stuff, might as well start out with a new frame. So as you can see, I painted it. Basically, the paint, really basic. Sanded it down with a little 80 grit, and then 120, and then went to 400, and then I used a primer, and from there I used this guy here, which is a Krylon Gloss Smoke Gray, and then follow that up with some clear, right? And then this gas tank is an ATV gas tank, basically for ATVs, but I had to cut it, and the reason why I'm saying I had to cut it is because it had this sticking out from underneath it. This was underneath the gas tank like this, so it caused the tank to tip up like this, so I had to cut this off and weld a steel plate under there. So yeah, if you wanted to duplicate this build and with that frame, it's going to come black, and it's going to have a lot of blemishes, and it's going to be a little rough. It's not a bad paint job that they do on it, but I just didn't want to do yet another black mini bike. I wanted to do something different. I got a red seat for it, so I'm going to try doing that. And there's a red gas cap that tank comes with. So I got to repaint the tank, but the tank isn't that great when I got it either, even though it's brand new. So the other thing is, got one of these wheels, and I painted the center hub the same color as the frame. And there's the back wheel. The back wheel is just a basic MotoTec rim. The engine for this build is going to be this guy, the 224. And this has got champion rockers in it. And let's see, it's going to have this 24mm PWK right here. Put the light on. There you go. That air filter is kind of small though. Not happy about that air filter, but yeah. Put one of these on there. And I contacted DIY Performance, which is a Dover Performance. So I got a Rev Pro cam in it. I don't know how that comes up on the video, but yeah, focus. Well, maybe not. But anyway, it's got a Superman cam in it, champion rockers, and the Pro Line piston and rod kit, because the original piston for it is just a dish piston. This is, if you get a 224, this is the non-Hemi version of it. You'll know by this cover. Of course, I drilled it, and I put the vents in there, and you know, I did the block venting mod to it. And of course, there's no oil sensor, there's no governor. It's all gone, you know. But however, there is an ARC rod in here. There is an ARC rod with their what they call a Proline rod and piston combo, and they give you that rod, the ARC rod, and they give you a flat top piston versus the original dish piston. So that's just a quick update on what's going on with this build. I am using an aluminum plate, so this way I can adjust the fore and aft and the left to right on that frame. And I just wanted to real quick say that I didn't paint this cover. It comes red. And I didn't paint this cover. It comes black. But however, because of the champion rockers, you do need to put a spacer in there. Otherwise, the rockers will hit it. Also, I use their flywheel, their Dover, their flywheel, and their coil kit. So it gives you a little, maybe a couple more RPMs. I don't know how much. So if there's any limit to the coil, that's all gone by the coil that they use. Put the plate on, obviously. Also, I do not paint engines. I just want to say that real quick. The cover stock, and this is how Nibby sends you the intake manifold. I won't paint this because this is an air-cooled engine, as many of you probably would know. And air-cooled engines rely on the fan that's in here to come out of this blower housing, blows across the fins, and cools the top of the engine, because the top of the engine is the hottest part of the engine. of any engine, really, diesel, gasoline, air, or whatever. Since it's not a water-cooled engine, I don't like painting the blocks because it literally insulates the thing. Even this cover here, I can get this in black. I'd rather keep it like this. It acts like a heat sink. It actually strengthens the engine. This is a Ducar, by the way. This strengthens the block and it absorbs some of the heat. It pulls it off. And you get the black chain guard here. That's like from eBay, I think it was. I remember it a while ago. I had clocked this to the left because it doesn't come like this. It comes to the right. And I took the sticker off and put it back on so it looks good. So that's it. That's a quick update on this. Maybe I'll do another video once it's out there. I'm done. Hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe.